Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, John Elway. All these men are great examples of Hall of Fame quarterbacks. But these men would not have been as great as they were if it hadn't been for the offensive linemen blocking in front of them. Courtesy of Gay 2005, Vince Lombardi was quoted as saying, "People look for all kinds of things in this game that don't exist. But football boils down to two things, blocking and tackling." From King 1997, we have a classic example of how blocking can win games. The 1967 championship game between the Green Bay Packers and Dallas Cowboys, forever known in NFL lore as the Ice Bowl, found the Packers trailing 17-14 in Green Bay the last day of the year in negative 15 degrees below zero temperature and negative 48 below zero with the wind chill. Their star quarterback, Bart Starr, along with the offense, marched down the field to the 1 foot line of the Dallas Cowboys, where they had a third down, no timeouts left, and the Hall of Fame coach Vince Lombardi called the 30 wedge, where Bart Starr faked the handoff to the running back and drove into the end zone behind his surging lineman. In high school, I was an offensive lineman for all 4 years of varsity football. Also coached the offensive line for middle school football players. Since blocking is an essential part of the game of football, it is important we look at why blocking is important, the different kinds of blocking that there are, and then how blocking has evolved since the inception of the game. So why is blocking important to the game of football? From Gay 2005, it boils down to this simple statement. You cannot score and you cannot move the ball without the offensive line slugging it out in the pit. Now, what is the pit? The pit is another name for the line of scrimmage where the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman battle it out. So what different kinds of blocking are there? Mainly it boils down to two types of blocking, run blocking and pass blocking. Again, from Gay 2005, there are specific strategies that go with each type of blocking. With run blocking, you are to stay low, fire out off the line of scrimmage, and when you make contact, keep your feet driving through the block and until the whistle blows. For pass blocking, involves popping up into a good athletic position, which is your shoulders over your knees, over your toes, keeping your head on a swivel, and then doing a shuffle step to stay with the block and keep the defenders away from your quarterback. Now, as I said, blocking has changed quite a bit since the inception of the game. From Koch and Monahan, 1988, we know that a typical lineman today is bigger and faster than they were when the game was first invented. And also, from Levy, Scopton, and Agile, 1990, the introduction of artificial turf has also changed how blocking is done, with the fact that artificial turf allows for less resistance when running on it, so the players are actually running faster as opposed to being on natural grass. So what we've talked about today is why blocking is important to the game of football, because you cannot score and you cannot move the ball without offensive linemen up front blocking for you. The different types of blocking that we have, run blocking and pass blocking, and then also how blocking has changed since the inception of the game. Linemen are stronger and faster than they were, and also the introduction of artificial turf.